Hey, Egg Teacher Christmas here, coming at you with another video. Today we're going to put up our angel choir. Or is it an angel army? I haven't decided which, but either way I'm going to be bringing out 24 mini angel blow molds. And all of those are going to be hooked up to to a series of extension cords so that I can use those as a part of my sequencing or my programming. I can make them move back and forth, blink on and off, fade, twinkle, all of that. So I'm going to go get those, and then we're going to put them out here along the border of the display, and we're going to see what we think and kind of how and where and whatnot to place them. All right, stay tuned. Angel Choir coming up. All right, so I've got our whole angel choir out here, and these are an angel blow mold. They're about a foot tall or so, and I got these last year on clearance at Walmart. One of the things about these is I love blow molds, but I hate battery-operated blow molds. And whatever reason, I think it's part of the move away from incandescent lights, but blow molds no longer come with a incandescent plug-in bulb. So they don't have a cord on them, you can't plug them in. They run off of AA or sometimes C cell batteries, and they use an LED on a timer in the blow mold. You know, that's great for the average home decorator, but when you're an extreme decorator like myself, we want to have something that plugs in so that we can have control over it. And because of the length that we generally run our displays, you know, sometimes we start them the week of Thanksgiving and we run them all the way to the end of the year. That would be hundreds of dollars of batteries if I were to do that with all of the blow molds that I have. So for that reason, I've actually gone through and I've retrofitted all my blow molds. I've actually removed the internal LEDs that they had in here. And then inside I've taken and put a bulb socket from a string of C9 lights, and it's been zip tied in there. So it's not going to move. And then I put my own plug-in on the end of it. So this is called a vampire plug. This one specifically fits SPT1, so otherwise known as lamp cord. And SPT that goes out in the yard is green or black, or you can even get it in brown. But this is SPT1, and then I put a vampire plug on it. So every single one of these 24 blow molds that are over here in the bins, every single one of them has their own plug-in. And it took me a while. It took me, you know, I work out in the display during the daytime, and then at night I go in and I work on retrofitting any decorations that I want to do. Normally you do all that in the summertime and you'd build all those in your spare time. But we took control of this property a few years ago, and working on the landscaping takes pretty much all of my time. This summer was building a fence. But so I didn't get to this. This has been a project on my back shelf, but now that we're in the Christmas season and I need them, I just work on it when it gets cold or it's wet and rainy, and then I work on those and get them updated. So each one of my blow molds now has a plug. The other thing that I have special is this custom extension cord harness, and I'll get this unwound a little bit. And this is a 5-channel extension cord harness. So this is actually a bundle of 5 different extension cords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 different extension cords there. And every 5th plug hooks onto one of those extension cords. So this is on one channel. Actually, we'll go from the other way so you can see it, how it works. So if I start from the very end, you can see that there's a single extension cord. And then spaced about 3-ish feet apart, there's the next plug-in, and this is on its own extension cord, so we've got 2 channels there. Then we go another 3-ish feet, and we get to where there are 3 extension cords, so that is on its own channel. Here is 4 extension cords, that is on its own channel. And here is the 5th extension cord, and that is also on its own channel. Now when we come to the next one, so the 6th plug-in, this is actually on the same extension cord as the first plug. And this next one will be on the same extension cord as the second plug. So that way I can have a series of blow molds set out, or I've used candy canes on this in the past, and every fifth one will be on the same channel. Well, actually, I think it's every sixth, no, every fifth one. So one, blow mold number 1, blow mold number 6, they'll be on the same channel, and so forth. Blow mold number 2 is with blow mold number 7. So this is a custom harness that I built a long time ago. I think this is, oh, this got to be 11 or 12 years old. I've been using this extension cord, and I generally use it with candy canes. This is going to be the first year that I use it with blow mold angels, since those are new for me. So I'm going to go ahead and set these out, and I'll let you see that process on how that lays out, and we'll go from there. So follow along, learn something today. Let's get busy. All right, so we've got the cord laid out, but I figured I'd show you a couple other things about this. One is I made custom boards for all of my extension cords. So just a little bit of 1x2 and a board in the center. And these are what I wrap all of my cords around. And the reason why I use these is just for ease of movement and ease of storage. If I were to lay all of my extension cords end to end, at last count, I'd be able to go 2.5 miles. Now, I don't use all 2.5 miles of extension cords at my current home. I did get really close to using every single cord I had at my last home. But yeah, as you can see, if you got 2.5 miles of extension cords, you definitely need some way to manage those. The other thing with this is to kind of show that those are 5 separate extension cords all zip tied together. There are my 5 individual cords. And all of these are numbered except number 1. Number 1 doesn't have a number, but then there's number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So it makes it really easy when I plug this into the control box to know which one is going into which channel. So I'm going to go ahead and move this back, and we'll start laying out some of the blow molds. All right, so there you go. There's the blow molds laid out, and they are going to continue around my garden space all the way around. And one of the things that's nice about having a custom extension cord that's all put together for something that's a multi-channel, like a 5-channel string, is my spacing between each blow mold is already set. So I don't have to worry about going through and measuring or setting things out. Right now, I just kind of put them out there roughly of where I want that connection to be. And then I can go through and plug each angel in. And as long as I stretch the cord out, they'll be in the exact spacing that I want. So I've been doing this for a few years. So it's going to go kind of quick, but I'll show you how that goes. Got to grab a few more supplies, just some garden stakes. And kind of the reason why I've got to stake those up is 1, because of the wind, and 2, even though I am in a dry area that only gets about 13 inches of rain a year, there is still rain that comes in the wintertime, and if we get too much water built up on our connections, it will trip our GFCIs, or our ground fault current interrupters. Now, it's not as much of an issue for me here as it was at my old home, but it is still something that I have to prepare for, so that my display doesn't go out mid-show while I have viewers out here. So I'm going to go grab those supplies, and we'll start staking them up and putting them where they belong. Over many years of doing Christmas displays, you tend to accumulate a lot of stuff. These are all ground stakes that I use to hold my yard grids up off the grass. And these are perfect for holding up my extension cords also, and making sure that small blow molds like the angels don't blow away. So I got to go put a couple of these at each angel, and then we'll get them arranged. So I've got my first angel secured, and I'm going to come in and get the second one. So again, this is where I've got my standardized spacing, so I know I can just put my stake there. And I've got my 3-foot-ish spacing. I did eliminate one angel down at the end, so that means I've got to kind of reorganize my cords as I go through. Put my angel up here, so this is going to be a little bit in the air, but that'll make sure that this plug stays out of the water. Okay, and then I can come through later on and I can take a white zip tie and go around the back and secure my angel to the stake so that she doesn't knock over in the wind. Okay, this process just continues. And then in between, to keep my cords off the ground and keep that electricity from going through my insulation to the ground and accumulating and tripping my GFCI, I keep those elevated. I'll move to my next angel. Straighten it out. Go ahead and put this in the middle. That one's on kind of backwards. And that's just how it goes. On down the line. Makes the setup fairly quick, fairly easy. Cords off the ground, stake in the middle, slide down and set up the next angel. So there we go. There's how we put up our angel border using our angel choir and a custom extension wire harness. Anyway, I'll get this finished setting up, and then tonight we'll take a little bit more video and see if we can get it turned on so that you can see how it looks. I hope you're learning something. Ag Teacher Christmas out.